Well then, let's get right into it. Number 5. The Torso Killer. This serial killer operated in the 1930s and 1940s, dismembering their victims and discarding their body parts in various locations around Chicago. Despite extensive investigation, the killer's identity remains unidentified, leaving a chilling legacy of unsolved murders. The Torso Killer, a chilling specter that haunted the streets of Chicago during the tumultuous decades of the 1930s and 1940s, remains one of the city's most enduring and terrifying mysteries. This ghoulish figure, a surgeon of death, methodically dismembered their victims, scattering the grisly remnants across the city like horrific trophies. Each discovery sent shockwaves through the city, turning ordinary streets into scenes of macabre horror. The city now found itself shrouded in fear. Whispers of the Torso Killer spread through the panicked public, turning everyday encounters into moments of chilling suspicion. The police, driven by a desperate need to apprehend the elusive killer, poured countless hours into the investigation, chasing countless dead ends and confronting the gruesome reality of the killer's handiwork. Yet, despite their relentless pursuit, the Torso Killer remained elusive, their true identity a closely guarded secret. The city, forever scarred by the chilling reign of terror, was left to grapple with the enduring legacy of the Torso Killer, a haunting reminder of the depths of human decadence and the enduring power of the unknown. Number 4. Maurice Enright. It was a summer evening in Chicago, 1920. Maurice Enright, a 19-year-old clerk, had just finished his shift at the local railroad office. As he walked home, the city's vibrant nightlife pulsed around him. The streets hummed with the rumble of Model Ts. The air was thick with the smell of smoke and sweat, a potent reminder of the city's rapid growth and industrialization. Maurice, a bright and ambitious young man, had his whole life ahead of him. He was well liked by his colleagues and had a close-knit group of friends. But as he turned a corner onto his street, his life took a tragic turn. His body was found the next morning, brutally murdered in a deserted alleyway. The police investigation that followed revealed a complex web of suspects and motives. Detectives scoured the city, interviewing witnesses and following leads, but the killer's identity remained elusive. Rumors swirled about a possible connection to organized crime, which had a stranglehold on the city at the time. Others whispered about a personal vendetta, sparked by a long-forgotten grudge. Maurice's family and friends grew increasingly desperate for answers. His parents, Irish immigrants who had worked tirelessly to build a better life for their son, were consumed by grief and anger. Maurice's friends, many of whom had grown up with him on the city's south side, were shocked and outraged. The Maurice Enright case became just another unsolved murder in Chicago's tumultuous history. Number 3. The Axman of New Orleans. Although primarily active in New Orleans, this serial killer terrorized the city in the early 1900s, with some attacks extending into nearby areas like Chicago. The Axman targeted Italian immigrants, leaving a trail of victims with severe head wounds. The case remains unsolved, and the Axman's identity continues to be a mystery. This mysterious serial killer unleashed a reign of terror upon the city in the early 1900s, leaving a trail of blood and unanswered questions in their wake. While the Axman's primary hunting ground was the vibrant streets of New Orleans, the chilling echoes of their murderous rampage extended into nearby regions, including the bustling metropolis of Chicago. The city, once known for rhythms of jazz and the intoxicating aroma of Creole cuisine, was now shrouded in a pall of fear, as whispers of the Axman spread through the terrified public. The Axman displayed a chilling preference for Italian immigrants, their homes becoming chilling hunting grounds in the dead of night. The victims, unsuspecting and vulnerable, were brutally attacked, their skulls shattered by the merciless blows of an unseen assailant. The aftermath of each attack was a scene of unimaginable horror, a ghastly tableau of blood and shattered dreams. Despite extensive investigations, the Axman's identity remains shrouded in an impenetrable veil of mystery. Number 2. The Leopold and Loeb case. While technically solved, this 1924 case continues to fascinate and baffle. Wealthy teenagers Nathan Leopold Jr. and Richard Loeb kidnapped and murdered 14-year-old Bobby Franks. They were apprehended and ultimately sentenced to life in prison. But the motive for the crime remains a subject of debate and speculation. The Leopold and Loeb case, a chilling chapter in American history, continues to haunt the collective consciousness, even decades after its conclusion. This 1924 tragedy, a macabre dance of privilege and wickedness, unfolded when two scions of wealth and intellect, Nathan Leopold Jr. and Richard Loeb, embarked on a chilling experiment in crime. These young men, imbued with a potent cocktail of arrogance and nihilism, believed themselves to be intellectual superiors, unbound by the constraints of morality. Driven by a twisted desire to prove their intellectual superiority and fueled by a chilling philosophy of disbelief, they abducted and brutally murdered 14-year-old Bobby Franks, a seemingly random victim chosen for no other reason than to satisfy their morbid curiosity. The audacity of their crime, the calculated nature of their actions, and the chilling indifference they displayed sent shockwaves through the nation. The subsequent trial captivated the nation, transforming it into a media circus that dissected the psychological profiles of the accused. The courtroom became a stage for a clash of titans, with Clarence Darrow, the legendary defense attorney, delivering a masterful performance that transcended the legal realm, exploring the depths of human psychology and the complexities of societal pressures. While Leopold and Loeb were apprehended and ultimately sentenced to life imprisonment, the true motive behind their heinous act remains shrouded in ambiguity. Was it a chilling experiment in crime, a desperate cry for attention, or a manifestation of a deeper, more disturbing psychological malady? Decades later, the case continues to fuel endless speculation and debate, a haunting reminder of the dark underbelly of human nature and the enduring power of the human mind to both create and destroy.
And finally, this brings us to number one.
The Grimes sisters. Two teenage girls, Barbara and Patricia Grimes, disappeared on December 28, 1956, while walking home from a Christmas party. Their bodies were found weeks later, shocking the city. Despite extensive investigation, no one has ever been arrested or charged in connection with their murders. The chilling disappearance of the Grimes sisters, Barbara and Patricia, cast a long, icy shadow over the vibrant holiday season of 1956. These two vivacious teenagers, brimming with youthful energy, vanished without a trace on a crisp December evening, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and a city gripped by fear. As they strolled home, their laughter echoing through the crisp winter air after a festive Christmas party, little did they know that a sinister fate awaited them. The city, once alive with the joyous spirit of the season, was now shrouded in a pall of gloom. The festive decorations seemed to mock the family's despair, their vibrant colors now a stark contrast to the chilling reality of two innocent lives cruelly snatched away. Finally, the unthinkable happened. The girls' lifeless bodies were discovered, a macabre discovery that sent shockwaves through the community. The news of their tragic demise spread like wildfire, leaving behind a trail of shattered hearts.
As always, our thoughts and condolences are with the victims' families for all our stories.
We thank you for your support. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more bone-chilling, wicked, twisted true crime stories that haunt the mind.